Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Just a couple quick comments. Very pleased. It all starts with great defense, and I really felt our defense has been getting better all year. Other than we had some big plays against us the last couple weeks, but for the most part, you saw this coming, and we had a lot of respect for the quarterback, Rutgers quarterback. I think he's one of the top efficient passers in the Big Ten in the country, and then third downs we're leading the conference with 50%, so I thought our defense played outstanding. Then the obvious is J.T. Barrett came in and played very well, energized us, ran the ball very well. Obviously, we had a turnover, but I think we were penalty-free on the road with, it was a loud stadium, and that's a lot of discipline to go no penalties in that kind of environment. So very pleased. Bye week time. Best thing about 8-0 is a chance to go 9-0 and get rested up, and I'll certainly answer your questions for you.
Second row right, Tim.
Yeah, Urban, Ezekiel Elliott also went over 100 yards again. Very slow start, 15 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
What did you guys get straightened out with both him and the offensive line there going in the
Well,
second?
that's the thing that's happening right now. If we're not very efficient throwing the ball, which we are now, I mean, we're 17 of 21, and teams know to stop Zeke. They were doing a good job. They were loading the box, and you have to take shots down the field. I should rephrase that. We have to complete shots down the field. Anybody can take shots, and that's kind of what we did earlier in the year. Now we're completing them, and now there's some conflict on the defense. You want to take away Zeke, then you're going to see some guys singled up, and Curtis, Braxton, and Mike Thomas all had big hits down the field for us.
Second row left, Bill.
Heading into this game, what did you see of J.T. Barrett? We know about his poise and confidence. Did you see anything this week that you really liked? And what did you see in the game that you liked?
Oh, what I saw, JT doesn't surprise me. I think he's back, and that injury was. I didn't see it in spring. I didn't see the JT Barrett because obviously he was immobile and couldn't go. And then training camp, I didn't. He was getting better and better and better. He's still only a redshirt sophomore, and I think he's in full swing now, obviously. And that was a progression throughout practice and development, and I thought he played great.
Third row back, Doug.
Urban, you had said a couple weeks ago that JT, like a lot of guys, kind of guy that maybe when he gets rolling, that's when you really start to see it. Did you sense that at all as the game went on, that he just got more and more comfortable?
Yeah, I felt, especially throwing the ball, I think, especially the way they were playing us, that he was really efficient with throwing the ball, checking it down when you're supposed to check it down, taking the shot and being accurate. The balls to, and we had a couple other shots that were, I think, a couple PIs, if I remember right, but they were threatening us to throw the ball deep, and we completed them, and that's the key. That had to happen tonight.
Front row right over here, Zach.
JT's ready to go. How much does that change the dynamic of your offense?
Well, I think, you ask a defensive coach, anytime you got a guy that can throw and run, that's a problem. You see loaded defenses where the coverages aren't very complicated, and that's what JT gives us.
Front row, Mark.
We've also spoken about JT's leadership ability. Now that he was back as the named starter starting the game, did that manifest in ways you hadn't seen this last year?
Sure. I think he's a unique guy that was voted captain by our guys as a sophomore. Someone told me it's never. I haven't done the research yet, but I don't think it's ever happened at Ohio State. That tells you the respect he had, and obviously when you're taking the first snap, and he says things to the team right before we go out, and he's a really good leader.
Back row right, Clay.
Thank you, Jerry. Congratulations. You clearly got better tonight. Where was the biggest lead, you think?
I think there's many areas. Defense is where you start. Anytime you hold that offense, it's been putting up a lot of points, a lot of yards, balanced offense, and to basically pitch a shutout for 59 minutes and 45 seconds or something. That was tremendous effort by our defense. We won the field position battle, but the thing that you're not seeing the self-destructive stuff, whether it be turnovers, interceptions, or penalties. And when you go on the road and it's all silent, that was a loud environment, and silent, not have any penalties. Someone just told me that I was leaving the locker room. That's might be the most impressive thing. That's how locked in they were.
Did you say anything to JT after the fumble?
He got a little, someone said he got dinged, limping a little bit, but and I told, Braxton does that sometimes, and I think, it's not there, put your foot in the ground and get positive yards. Don't try to do all that stuff. That's not what you should be doing, so that's all I said, no.
Second row right. Ari, last couple questions here.
Urban, we talked about Braxton's progression all year, but just some of the catches he made that one catch he made downfield. Are you, A, surprised that he's as advanced at catching passes downfield the way he is, and two, now that you guys are going to be taking more of a designed quarterback run approach in your offense, does it increase his responsibility even more so than before as a blocker to get onto the field?
Yeah, he had 3 touches, it looks like. I wish he had more. We're doing the best we can with him. I am very pleased with him. I think he's got he can certainly play receiver at the next level. He's that close right now. Where 2 months ago, just getting lined up and getting in a stance, we are so committed to get that guy. He's done so much for this program. So I'm very pleased with the way he's blocking, the way he's catching the ball. He's really getting good at his route running, and I'm really excited for him.
When you make the switch though at quarterback and the offense is maybe advancing a little bit more to the running style, does that increase the need for you guys to make sure that he's at where he needs to be as a blocker?
Oh, I don't think we're always going to have a perimeter run game. I think I get your question. It doesn't. He's got to be a good blocker regardless.
Far left over here, Paul.
Coach, you've had a couple of one-touchdown wins this year, and some people, from what I read being out on the East Coast, think you guys should be blowing to everybody like tonight. 2/3 through the regular season right now. Your assessment of what your club is?
I think we've improved every week. I think we're playing at a very high level right now, and all that matters is next week they get rested on tomorrow. They're off completely. Monday they just get some treatment, and Tuesday we go again. So there's a good mindset in there. We got to continue to keep getting better. We know what's coming down the pipe here, and some really tough games coming up. So some teams get better, some teams don't. We're getting better right now.
Back row, far left, gentlemen.
Coach, you come to Jersey quite a bit, and there's some good ball players getting out of here. But today you're playing in New Jersey and the Big Ten environment here. Talk about the impact you think it might have on us.
Oh yeah, I know Rutgers very well from one of my closest friends is Greg Schiano, and I came here when he was right in the middle of the building. I spoke to the clinic here one time, and Coach Flood, I admire him, and I think this is a great place. I think the future is bright for Rutgers. I think just look at the environment out there, and first of all, it's as good a high school football as there is in the United States of America. So we're going to park ourselves here a lot and try to get as many players as we can out of Jersey, because I've always felt that way about New Jersey. So that was a big win, and we have a lot of respect for Rutgers.
And final question up here front right, Ralph.
Urban, clearly this quarterback thing has taken a lot of bandwidth, and it seems like it's also been stressful, may not be the right word, but it's definitely been something you put a lot of thought into. Is it sort of comforting now to go into a bye week having some quarterback piece where you're not?
It really does. A great question. It really does. And I don't want to admit that, but it does. And Cardell comes in and goes 3 for 3. His mentality was great. It's very positive. He's working. He's a rookie too. These guys are. They're not the established 3-4 year starters. One's a sophomore, one's started. He's 10-0 as a starter. So I just want to see those guys continue to get better and better and better, and they are. And that it might not be at the speed that maybe some what you said, the noise out there. Why this? Why that? You're still a very young quarterback, and it's very important for Cardell to continue to grow. And obviously JT is going to. He gets better every time he goes on practice.
Coach, thank you very much.